Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, and we got some amazing news coming out of Europe over the weekend. We had two elections on the continent, and the nationalist right absolutely stomped the left. Let's start in Germany, where the AfD, or the Alternative for Deutschland, which is Germany's Patriot party, won a huge victory. They won their first ever district council election in the district of Sonnenberg in Thuringia. It marks a major breakthrough for the party, especially given how they defeated the incumbent CDU party, which is their Rhino center-right party, the party of Angela Merkel. And so this is being hailed as nothing less than a political earthquake. That's exactly how the French media is covering it.
It's been a political earthquake for the German far-right AfD as they win their highest ever position in local politics.
The Sonnenberg district is making history. The AfD has now arrived as a people's party here on the municipal level in Thuringia and also in the Federal Republic of Germany.
After AfD won the most votes in the first round, all rivals from the Greens to the left called on voters to support the CDU incumbent, Jürgen Kopper. The first round of voting had seen a lethargic 49% turnout, but Sunday's runoff saw a surge towards the ballot boxes, with 59% voting, a change which favoured the AfD.
This is a message to the politicians in Berlin that things can't go on like this. I'd say that 75% of the people don't want this government if I add up people who didn't vote and the AfD, and I think that's a very good sign.
And what's even more astonishing here is the latest polling. The AfD has now officially surpassed the leftist ruling party known as the SPD. They're the Social Democrat Party. They're linked up right now with the Green Party in a ruling coalition over the last couple of years after the insufferable Angela Merkel was finally driven from power. The AfD, the German Patriot Party, is now polling higher than Germany's ruling party. The AfD has hit 21% support, while the CPD has dropped to 19%. That's absolutely huge. The AfD are now officially the second strongest party, second only to CDU, Angela Merkel's former party. And there are, of course, a number of reasons that pundits are pointing to for the rise of AfD. Germany's economy is in tatters. It's being ruled by an extremist Green Party that's mired the nation in greenflation. We got, of course, massive concerns about unfettered immigration. You have widespread disapproval of Chancellor Olaf Scholz's support for Ukraine. There's a massive revolt against Germany's green energy policies in general that are just ravaging the economy. But what's really at the heart of all these concerns is an increasing sense among Germans that they've lost their national sovereignty. They're simply not allowed to govern their nation in a manner that's independent of the wishes and whims of the EU and the bullies in Brussels. And that is ultimately, I would argue, what's really driving the rise of AfD. That rise is just beginning. So that's what's going on in Germany. And if you think that's cool, wait until you see what happened in Greece yesterday. But first,
I'll be back.
No, it's not he will be back. He is back, gang. It is time to celebrate the great return by clicking on the link below and getting your very own Trumpinator 2024 bobblehead in preparation for Donald Trump's glorious reascendance to the U.S. presidency. I've got mine, gang. It's awesome. I keep it on my desk here. I love it. This collectible bobblehead from Proud Patriots is made with the highest quality material and really is a must-have for any Trump fan who wants to send some energy towards what's shaping up to be the most glorious political comeback in history. Now, don't wait. There's just a limited number of these collectibles, and you don't want to be caught paying way more later on eBay from someone who bought one now. So whatever you do, don't wait. Click on that link below right now and show your support for Trump 2024 today. In the nation of Greece, the Conservative Party, known as New Democracy, won a massive landslide second term on Sunday, crushing the political left, winning nearly 160 out of a total 300-seat parliament. The left-wing Syriza party, which governed Greece a few years back, collapsed to just winning barely 47 seats. The current government is considered the most right-wing that Greece has had since the restoration of their democracy back in 1974. But the real news here is how smaller so-called far-right parties absolutely surged. After you get rid of the seats for Syriza and a couple of other small left-wing parties, there's 42 seats left, and they're virtually all being shared among three brand new nationalist populist parties that absolutely stormed the election. Some of you might be familiar with Golden Dawn. They were the third largest party in Greece. They were Greece's Patriot party, but they've been banned. Several of their leaders have been jailed on corruption charges. And so these three parties are basically all factions from Golden Dawn. And so now the question is, how much influence are they going to have over the more center-right New Democracy Party? Again, pundits have noted that New Democracy has already moved way to the right, particularly on immigration issues, due to former Golden Dawn members joining their ranks. So it'll be interesting to see the extent to which Greece has a full-blown nationalist populist government. So we got Greece, we got Germany, and as of last week, the nation of Finland got what many are calling its most right-wing government ever. Back in April, the center-right bloc known as the National Coalition Party came in first, winning 48 seats with 21% of the vote. But the real stars of the night were the so-called far right, the radical right, the extreme patriot right, known as the Finns Party. They'll always be the true Finns to me. That's what they were originally called when I first discovered them, the true Finns. But now they're just the Finns Party. They're the bona fide Patriot Party of Finland. They came in second, winning 46 seats with just over 20% of the vote. And together, the coalition knocked out the ruling party, the Social Democrats, which came in a very disappointing third at just 19%. And as a result, the rising rock star, the international left, their former Prime Minister, Sanna Marin, the darling of globalists everywhere, she was officially ousted. So as of last week, their new nationalist populist government, the most right-wing government ever to rule Finland, was installed. And of course, they wasted no time in implementing a very hard stance on immigration. They're tightening immigration requirements, like a tougher immigration line, stricter asylum policy, time-limited protection of asylum seekers. They're implementing standards for mandatory cultural integration among immigrants. They're reducing the quota number for refugees. So there you have it, gang. Europe took a major turn to the right over the last week. And along with nationalist populist governments already in Hungary and Poland, Italy, and Sweden, things are about to get very, very interesting on that continent indeed. Hey, gang, I know what it's like to feel alone out there in these turbulent times, but I broke free. If you too have been looking for a community with like-minded patriots who are serious about resisting globalism, building a parallel economy, and having intelligent and deep fellowship on a regular basis, then you've come to the right place. In my Courageous Patriot Insiders community, we're building a close-knit movement of, by, and for patriots who are breaking free from the outrage and despair cycles of the mainstream media and taking on the fight against globalism. Every week, I deep dive into the content I can't share on big tech and give you the cliff notes on the truth of how patriots just like you are building up their communities, starting patriot businesses, and fighting the woke in both public and private. All with a few history and political lessons from yours truly, of course. If you want to stop feeling alone as a patriot and stand together with this fast-growing community, be sure to click on the link in the description below. Don't wait. Join me and my Patriot Coalition today, and let's get fighting.